While Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas often come to mind when we think of black communities, the truth is far more captivating. Over countless millennia, Asia, Australia, and the Pacific have been the thriving homes of diverse Afro-descendant communities. Beyond borders, these native black people are a testament to history's rich tapestry. In today's video, we unveil the lesser-known truth that native black populations also flourish across Asia, Australia, and the vast expanse of the Pacific. Number 7. Pacific Islanders. Pacific Islanders reside on the islands of the Pacific Ocean. While the term is often used with racial connotations, it encompasses individuals from various subgroups like Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. As such, Pacific Islander isn't exclusively associated with people of color. Among these islanders, the Melanesians stand out as the true black tribes of the region. Their name itself, Melanesian, holds a clue to their identity. It's derived from melanin, the pigment that darkens human skin. Black Africans are referred to as Melanesians due to their deep skin tones. The Melanesians, who migrated to the South Pacific over millennia, are distinguishable among black populations. Notably, the Solomon Islanders, though also black, possess a unique trait. They are the sole black tribe worldwide with blonde hair. Pacific Islanders, including those from the Solomon Islands, have called this region their home for countless years, shaping their societies and cultures over time. Many of these islanders were skilled mariners and navigators, traversing vast ocean expanses using their knowledge of celestial bodies, currents, and winds. It's plausible that they migrated from Africa and employed their navigational expertise to reach the Pacific and Solomon Islands. These islanders developed intricate systems of governance, religion, and social order. They excelled in various trades, from craftsmanship to farming and fishing. In the context of skin tone, the native Melanesian population of the islands may possess one of the darkest complexions outside of Africa. European colonizers claimed they practiced practices like cannibalism, headhunting, kidnapping, and enslavement, similar to those of the Asmat tribe, before encountering Europeans. However, evidence supporting these assertions is limited or non-existent. More than 90% of the population identifies as Christian and resides in rural areas. Number 6. Sidi, Habshi, and Makrani. The Sidi, an intriguing Indian ethnic group, trace their ancestry back to the Bantu peoples of southeastern Africa, with roots dating back to the 7th century. Their presence in India can be attributed to historical slavery, introduced by Arabs and Europeans during India's colonial era. They are predominantly situated in western states like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Hyderabad, having arrived as enslaved people or through the Arab slave trade. Over time, their culture and traditions have blossomed, reflecting a blend of African and Indian heritage. Remnants of the Sidi people persist in small, remote Indian communities where they sought refuge after the abolition of slavery in the 18th and 19th centuries. However, some believe they arrived independently as sailors, merchants, and soldiers within the Arab community. The Sidi population today stands at an estimated 850,000 individuals. Their distinctive outward appearance reflects their unique heritage, which they have maintained over generations by marrying within their communities, resulting in a striking African identity amidst an Indian backdrop. Like the Sidis, the Habshi, another African community in India, trace their origin to Ethiopian traders and soldiers who ventured to India during the Middle Ages. Found mainly in Gujarat, they have harmonized with the local culture while safeguarding their traditions. Across the border in Pakistan's Sindh region, the Sidis constitute an ethnic minority with African roots. As descendants of enslaved people and traders brought by Arab and Portuguese traffickers, they form a unique tapestry within the Indian subcontinent. Another African heritage group in Pakistan, the Makrani people, reside along the coastal regions of Balochistan. Descendants of traders and enslaved people who entered via the Arab slave trade, they celebrate a distinctive culture melding Pakistani and African influences. The Makrani have made noteworthy contributions to Balochistan's culture, boasting their language, music, dance, and an identity that bridges two continents. Number 5. The Tamil. The Tamils, often called Tamilar, are a captivating dark-skinned Dravidian ethno-linguistic group. Their distinctive physical appearance, characterized by deep skin tones and unique facial features, instantly identifies them as part of the Dravidian ethnic mosaic. While they may not explicitly identify as black, their striking physical attributes often lead to such associations. Originating primarily from the Tamil Nadu state in southern India and Sri Lanka, Tamils account for 5.9% of India's population and a significant 15% of Sri Lanka's population. Within India, another ethnic group with a similarly dark complexion is the Telugu. While speculation about a possible kinship between the Tamil people and the inhabitants of the Horn of Africa has surfaced, this intriguing theory remains unverified by scientific research. Steeped in a cultural heritage spanning thousands of years, the Tamil community holds a unique status as one of India's most ancient and indigenous groups. Number 4. The Andamanese. The Andamanese form diverse indigenous communities inhabiting the Andaman Islands, a captivating union territory of India, nestled in the southeastern expanse of the Bay of Bengal within Southeast Asia. Rooted in a rich history, these Andamanese have upheld a traditional hunter-gatherer way of life, which they've practiced for countless generations, often in relative isolation. The emergence of the Andamanese people on the islands, around 26,000 years ago, during the last glacial maximum, adds a fascinating layer to their narrative. This diverse group is part of the broader Negrito classification, a term linked to their dark skin tones and modest stature. Among the Andamanese, one encounters the Great Andamanese and Jarawas, residing in the Great Andaman Archipelago, the Jangil on Rutland Island, the Ange of Little Andaman, and the Sentinelese on North Sentinel Island. Notably, the Sentinelese have gained notoriety for their fierce resistance to external influence, even to the extent of repelling intruders through aggressive means. A distinctive physical appearance characterizes the Andamanese, with dark complexions and unique facial features that share similarities with their African counterparts. Despite their secluded existence, these communities have cultivated vibrant cultures with their languages, music, and dances, contributing to the enchanting tapestry of the Andaman Islands' history. Number 3. Negritos. Initially perceived as a closely connected single population, due to their physical similarities, the Negritos have turned out to be a fascinating blend of diverse groups, revealing genetic variations. Their shared ancestry traces back to the ancient population that also gave rise to modern East Asian and Oceanian peoples. Among them, the Agta, Aita, Ati, and Batak peoples are collectively called Negritos, indigenous Filipino groups with a rich history of hunting and gathering. These Negritos, the original inhabitants of Southeast Asia, have intertwined with more recent Austronesian populations over time. The term Negrito, a diminutive form of the English word negro, meaning little black person, originated with Spanish missionaries during the 16th century. It was coined in the Philippines and adopted by other European explorers across Austronesia to describe various people thought to be short and dark-skinned. They stand apart from contemporary black Africans, distinguished by their diminutive stature, dark complexion, and curly or frizzy hair. The Negrito people have a culture that spans over 50,000 years. Their journey led them from Africa to India before eventually settling in Southeast Asia. Upon arrival, the Negrito tribes immediately embraced a hunter-gatherer lifestyle, relying on the forests for sustenance and resources. Many Negrito communities still thrive on hunting and gathering, trading wild meat and forest products for rice or corn with nearby Filipino farmers. Their skills include crafting blades, fishing nets, bows, and arrows. While some have transitioned to modern living while preserving their distinct traditions, others maintain their timeless hunter-gatherer way of life. Number 2. Aboriginal Australians. Australia, often associated with its predominantly white population, holds a deeper narrative connected to the Aboriginal Australians, the continent's original inhabitants who arrived 80,000 years ago. Amid the backdrop of this vast and varied history, the notion arises that Aboriginal Australians might represent the earliest humans to venture beyond Africa, having reached the shores of Australia around 70,000 years ago through maritime journeys. This ancient population possesses distinct facial features and a strikingly dark brown complexion, while some, notably the Torres Strait Islanders, flaunt hues of golden and brown hair, the majority don straight, dark locks. Intriguingly, the 2016 Australian census reveals that a mere 3.3% of the nation identifies as Indigenous, yet their story carries significant weight in the overarching narrative of global Black history. Contrary to the misconception that slavery solely shaped the dispersion of Black faces across the globe, some scholars point to a different narrative. During the Pleistocene era, commonly called the Ice Age, Aboriginal forebears ventured from Southeast Asia and Africa. The intriguing aspect is how these migrations were facilitated by lowered sea levels, granting them access to substantial sections of the Australian continental shelf. These Aboriginal societies thrived on simplicity, exuding reverence for the natural world. They believed their culture and spirituality were intertwined with the flora and fauna they coexisted with, fostering an ethereal bond with the earth. Despite the seismic shifts brought by colonialism and modernization, a resilient thread of tradition endures among many Australian Aborigines. While some have transitioned to urban settings, others remain firmly grounded in remote settlements, maintaining a tenacious link to their ancestral territories. Number 1. The Papuans. The Papuans are the original inhabitants of both Papua New Guinea and West Papua. After colonization by the Germans and the British, Papua New Guinea was split into two territories: Papua, now under Indonesian control, and Papua New Guinea, an independent sovereign nation. The term New Guinea was bestowed upon these people due to their resemblance to the African Guinean population, featuring distinctive wavy to woolly hair, prominent noses, and a range of dark to brown skin tones. The visual similarity is striking, with many Papuans having an unmistakable African appearance. With a history spanning over 40,000 years, the indigenous Papuans have formed diverse ethnic groups across the island. Papua New Guinea boasts an incredible linguistic tapestry, with more than 820 languages spoken, a remarkable testament to its rich cultural diversity. While sociologically classified as Black, it's important to note that genetically, they are an integral part of the larger Melanesian lineage. Nonetheless, the Papuans carry a strong Black identity, easily recognized by outsiders. They're not just a distant community, they are our fellow humans, part of the broader global family. There you have it, an exploration of the hidden beauty within Black tribes across Asia, Australia, and the Pacific. If this video intrigues you, subscribe to our channel for more enlightening content. And remember, the diversity of Black communities stretches across the globe, even to the most remote corners. Curious about their stories? Keep watching as we unveil more fascinating insights in our upcoming videos. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we'll catch you on the next one.